Siakam on the show already today. A lot of discussions about if we were going to be good a year later, why didn't we keep Siakam? Would it have been smarter to do that? Regardless, he's on a different team. He's thriving. The Pacers traded for him. And by trading for him, by default, they had to give him the max, which they did. And we're happy to do so after he helped them get to the conference finals. And this year, more than justified in giving him the max contract. They're in the finals again. They're in the conference finals again. They have gotten out to the finals, and he has won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Completely justified in giving him his max contract. Siakam accomplished so much with the Raptors, starting from like the bottom, really. Late first-round pick, D-League Finals MVP, most improved player in the NBA, NBA champion, NBA All-Star, All-NBA, two-time All-NBA with the Raptors, two-time All-Star with the Raptors. Did so both times as the first option, which people said he couldn't be. Got them to a 5 seed as the first option on the Raptors. Very, very good player. But now that he's back in the finals, now that he's won Conference Finals MVP, I asked on Twitter, got some interesting responses. Some that said, basically just laughed it off. But how far away is Pascal Siakam from the Hall of Fame? And I like these hypothetical questions because as of right now, June 3rd, 7 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 2025, finals have not begun yet. He's probably quite a ways away. The Hall of Fame probability index on Basketball Reference has him at 2%. Now, I don't think this has been updated with his conference finals MVP, which it does showcase. But when I last checked this, the conference finals MVP wasn't listed here, and he was still at 2%. So I'm not sure this is updated with a second trip now to the finals for somebody who has already been an NBA champion. Not like, the Hall of Fame probability index here isn't gospel, and there have been players with like 2% chance who have gotten in according to this probability index, but like, he's not there yet. We know that. But what does he have to do? Don't say like he's so far. Okay. However far you think he is from the Hall of Fame, what does he have to do to get there? So let's say Pascal Siakam wins Finals MVP this season. The Pacers win the championship. He's Eastern Conference Finals MVP, which I don't put a ton of stock into, but whatever. Finals MVP, I do. And there's very rarely a case of a Finals MVP not getting into the Hall of Fame. Now, typically, the person who wins Finals MVP already has Hall of Fame credibility existing, which is why they always get in. But he's been a 2-time All-Star with the Raptors. He was a 3-time All-Star now. He's made the All-Star team 3 times. He's been All-NBA twice. If he wins this in Finals MVP, he's a Finals MVP. He is a 2-time champion with opportunity in a weak East to stack up more All-Star appearances, which I'm not gonna bet against him doing. So if he wins Finals MVP this year, big if, Pacers are a big underdog to the Thunder, and Halliburton's the favorite to get it over Siakam. But if he gets it, I don't think he's far off at all. I think at that point, he's got at least a 30% chance in this probability index. And I think like 1 or 2 more All-Star appearances, all of a sudden we're at like 60, 70%. And at that point, like, we're really in the territory where, yeah, I think he's going to end up getting in. So for me, if Pascal Siakam winds up with 5 All-Star appearances, 2 All-NBA appearances, 2 championships, a Finals MVP, and, okay, a Conference Finals MVP to go with it, that's a Hall of Famer. Am I wrong? And it's not like a ridiculous string of events that needs to happen to get him there. He's no Jordan Nwora. No, he isn't. Was Siakam on the Raptors poster outside the Scotiabank Arena last year? No, he wasn't. But you know who was? Jordan Nwora was. I don't know if you guys saw that, but seriously, there was a banner at Scotiabank Arena. It had Barnes, Barrett, Quickly, and Jordan Nwora. I love when somebody who doesn't follow the team gets put in charge of making the graphic to go on that big poster. SC has subscribed. Welcome to the Amateur Hour Army. So Siakam, 5 All-Star. So I think the level is 5 All-Star appearances, a Finals MVP, 2 championships, 2 NBA. That for me would get Siakam into the Hall of Fame. And people have said to that sort of notion, he'd be one of the worst people to ever get into the Hall of Fame. You know what? You know what happened to Hall of Fame? They actually, what they do when you get inserted to Hall of Fame, all of like the plaques with like your name and everything, they're actually sorted one by how good you are. So like the best player goes first. So like Michael Jordan's in first, and then when LeBron goes to Hall of Fame, he'll take Jordan's spot, right? And then they one by one descend them. There's a humongous list in the Hall of Fame, and Siakam will be near the bottom. So like, does he even want to get to the Hall of Fame? No. You get in the Hall of Fame, you're in the fucking Hall of Fame, right? So it doesn't matter. Like when people try to say like worst champion ever, fake championship, like they aren't listing them by caliber of champion. You are a champion or you're not. You are in the Hall of Fame or you're not. You are an all-star or you're not. It is black and white. Worst ring ever would still be a ring. Worst Hall of Famer ever. And you know what? Somebody has got that title probably. They are in the Hall of Fame. So, for me, Siakam has a pathway. I can. It's a treacherous, storm-filled, dark pathway on a beaten dirt path through a scary forest, and there's lightning coming down. There's trees falling, but like there is a pathway. There is a pathway. And if he should so choose to take that treacherous route, and he does get to the level where he does win the finals with the Pacers, win the NBA championship, and he does win Finals MVP, he is very, very close to becoming a Hall of Famer. And that would really sour me as a Raptors fan. I'd be so happy because my love for Pascal Siakam has not wavered. We traded him. He did not want to go. He wanted to stay here. If we offered him the contract the Pacers got him, he'd still be a Toronto Raptors player today. So it would sting. I love Siakam, though. Would be so happy to see him achieve that. But how far away is Pascal Siakam? You let me know in the chat. You let me know in the comments. I think he's far away. I would give him about a 5% chance right now. I'd give him a 30% chance if he wins Finals MVP, and I'd give him a 60 to 70% chance if he gets 2 more All-Star appearances and whatever else he could possibly achieve, because the Pacers are good. The East is not. No telling if the Pacers could even go back to this position next year and further years to come. Interesting one to think about. It reminds me of when the Bucks won their championship in 2022. It reminds me a little bit of Chris Middleton, because I asked at the time, how far is Chris Middleton away from the Hall of Fame? How many more All-Star appearances? How many more championships? Because he was probably in the ballpark of somebody who was like, okay, yeah, it's not like it's not egregious to think